Welcome back, everyone, to the British Esports Student Champs. We are in Rumble Week 3, Week 11 of the overall Games of Rocket League. I am Nick.
And I'm James.
And today we have two games going on. First game off is going to be Loughborough Lions versus the SSC Serpents. Now, this is going to be a very interesting game because on paper, the game looks already won for the SSC Serpents. You know, they are 9-1 so far in this tournament compared to Loughborough's 6-4. So it does look like a rough game for the Loughborough Lions, but I would not count them out early as they have been showing good, strong performance in the games that they have been winning. But just up against that SSC Serpents, just such a dominant side on such a massive win streak as well, it's going to be very hard and an uphill battle for them.
Yeah, I agree with that. Loughborough started off this tournament really well. They got seeded into Group A. They did well in Group A. They stayed up in the second Rumble, but now down in Rumble 3, they lost in Rumble 2, so now they're down in Group B in Rumble 3. 6-4, it's not the best. 1-5 in their last five matches, I think it is. Where SNC, they started not as good, but now they've come up from the bottom, Group D, all the way up to Group B, not lost a game since then. So they've got the momentum, I think, to carry this through and win this.
I know the ranks for at least SSC are very strong. I mean, SSL peaks, I believe, from all of them, even the substitutes.
Yeah, all of them bar one sub, yeah.
And it's just insanely crazy. And GC3 currently at the moment, it's going to be very hard for them to, like, not put this game to bed. I feel like it's just already out and down for them. But we are going to be going into a bit of rank duel while we're waiting for the players to get ready. So let's see if anyone in the chat can try and get these ranks correctly, or even if we can get any.
Yeah.
So let's go for the game. We've got the title, a nice aerial goal. You know, a title like that.
Nice top ins.
I mean,
like, simple aerial though, it's not.
It is very simple.
Very simple.
And like the title, uploading that to YouTube, it's very silver gold-esque, I would say.
I would probably go gold. Gold?
Yeah, we'll go gold. We'll go in the middle. Let's hopefully get this right. And the rank was gold.
Let's go.
Okay, we're already on
Good
the
start.
board. 1,000 out of 10,000 so far. Honestly, I'm surprised we even got that one because, you know, it's very
really hard to tell in Rocket League sometimes.
very strange. At least when I used to play, that used to be like a bronze goal.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be going at this.
That, I can tell you that.
Second clip here. Let's see if we can get it. Random clip. So maybe it's not the best of the performance. Maybe they just uploaded it just for the rank duel. But a nice bounce up from the wall there. Great aerial going to the flip reset. Or just over the defender.
I don't think it's quite SS. I'll probably go Grand Champ.
I'd say champion, maybe. Diamond champion. But I reckon we'll go champion for this one. Let's see if we got this one correct.
Let's go again.
2 for 2. This is crazy. And honestly, I was very surprised with that one as well. My Rocket League knowledge is not up there. But I guess we'll just have to guess a random one. Let's go Plat. Let's go in the middle for Plat.
Oh, let's go. It's almost like we're cheating at this point.
Alright, I promise we are not cheating.
We're not.
This is great. Another video unavailable. I'll let you choose this one.
Let's go Diamond. No, it's a Diamond.
Okay, I'll go for a bit of a diamond. Platinum again. Okay,
okay.
so I think for every unavailable, we'll just go plat, yeah?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's see him. But finally, we have one. Finally got one from 2024. So 2 years ago, this clip was. Let's see if we can try and predict this one. It's a good read. I mean, it's a basic shot for high ranks. High ranks, that's basic. The defender went up for that, just weren't able to get it. Maybe around a diamond or plat? Yeah, we'll go for a diamond. 2024 though. Champion, really? That's very interesting for champion. But, like, just the defending. Like, a lot of people went for plat there.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Like, it just wasn't the best. But title here, okay. That should be a bit of an indicator. Maybe something weird happened. And just like, and it's a good aerial flip reset. But the defender just didn't even go up for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best, but you can tell they know what they're doing.
Is that a season something silver I see in the name tag?
Green silver, I think. Orange.
Maybe we'll go gold.
Gold?
Gold, just because of the Season 3 silver, I think I saw in the name tag that they had.
Suggest they didn't expect it.
Yeah, I'd say we go for a bit. A plat. Okay, we're close. We're close. I mean, a lot of people guessed diamond for that one, so I guess people didn't really notice the thing.
SSL.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people just guess SSL all the time for some reason.
Yeah.
Right, next clip here in the replay mode. Doesn't have his clipping software on. Nice kickoff going over towards the blue side here. Gets the 100 boost. Going to be challenging the defender. A nice little wave dash to try and get to the ball a bit faster as he's going to be dribbling the ball over here. Defender.
And over.
Defender just was a bit lost though.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it was a good goal.
Good dribble, but again, the defender was the best. Maybe.
Diamond? Yeah, diamond. I'll say diamond for this one. Yes, let's go. We've got one. We're finally back onto the board. I mean, I feel like we deserve to get a few of them wrong after those very lucky guesses.
Yeah.
But Rankdale submission. So this guy knows about the Rankdale. He submitted himself. Let's see. I mean, that is terrible.
Yeah, that's just very simple. Probably.
I wouldn't say bronze.
Maybe silver.
I mean,
if they think that's a good clip.
Yeah,
probably
silver. I just feel like bronze, like in my head, bronze people can't even jump up for the ball.
Yeah.
So I'd say silver. Gold, wow. That's interesting. A lot of people guessing plat and a few on diamond as well. So very interesting. But we have to stick to the tried and true tested method.
Platinum.
We're going for plat.
Oh, it's diamond.
Diamond, we're one off. That's so close. But here we go into the next one.
Title
A redirect. Yeah, redirect. Let's see if this is actually a good redirect or not. They're going to be going up for this. I mean,
it doesn't exactly look deliberate, but it looks good.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've uploaded something like this before. Was very excited for it back when I used to be around plat. And I think looking maybe at the tag, if we can see that a bit closer, those look like they were around. Is that? Oh, it's a gold.
So maybe platinum. It looks like something that platinum would get more excited about. It looks like someone higher probably wouldn't be as excited about that.
I mean, yeah, we'll go for a plat. Yeah, it's just very. There we go. Finally, we got it. It's just very, very hard to guess, but 5 out of 10. It's a bit
terrible.
rough. I mean, we got.
Half of them weren't even.
Yeah, I was about to say 2 of them we couldn't see at all. So I feel like that is very fair enough. But here we're impossible corner double tap. Now this could be good.
Promised enough to start.
9-second clip. Going up for it. A good little aerial. Do you know what that is?
Oh, that is good. He's positioned his call perfectly there.
That's a decent rank, I would say.
It's definitely high.
Champ or
Maybe
Champ or
even
GC?
Maybe even GC, Grand Champ.
What should go? Champ or GC?
GC, I reckon.
Alright, we'll go for Grand Champion then for this one. It's very close one, but GC for this one definitely. Yeah. Let's hopefully Champion. I was correct. I was. I can't trust that intuition. But I mean, a lot of people did guess around that, but too many people just guessed the champ. Here we've got into this next clip. We're going to be going into this June 2nd, 2025 in a very interesting aspect ratio. Honestly, looks like they're playing. I mean, looks like they're also playing Rocket League Sideswipe at any point. Huh.
So they.
That's a very interesting clip.
They missed, then leave. I mean, it's a bit of an odd.
It was a good aerial, and then ran into that.
They missed, then saved their teammate's goal.
Maybe diamond.
Maybe diamond. Yeah, it looks like.
Because the aerial's good. The aerial's good. Just sadly hit off the crossbar, and his teammate almost got the open net, but you know the block. So we'll go diamond on this one. I feel like diamond's a fair shout. And that's.
I can see why they left if they're Grand Champ.
I mean, 38% did guess the same as us.
Doing that in Grand Champ, I can see why they left the game.
Yeah, that is a very interesting.
Odd car off the bat.
I mean, the boost as well. It's just a very basic goal for like plat. I mean, it was an overtime winner, 3-3. But I mean,
it's a good flick to get up. Maybe plat or goal.
I'd say plat. Yeah, the backflip into it. Perfect. 44% agreed with us. Still the 1% for champ and grand champ and Supersonic and GC.
Like people that want very high just assume every aerials SSL.
And here we're gonna go again with the TikTok clips. They're just loving it for these set of 10 games, but nothing much really going on. Just missing.
I
mean,
a lot of whiffing going on here. now driving backwards. A nice backflip.
I mean, the pinch with his teammate's good,
I mean,
but
it didn't exactly look deliberate.
yeah, this is one of the most interesting clips we will see today. I would say this is probably like gold or silver.
Probably, I would go gold because the backflip looked quite good. The wave dash.
I was silver.
Silver's wave dash, you know.
I mean, 40% of people also did agree with us. Here we go, going in to guess the rank again. Last one, 2-0 up. 3 minutes 35 on the clock. Ball going up into the air. A little aerial,
nice touch.
not.
Is he going to get a double? Nice double tap.
This is a good double tap from him. Very nice
Very
clip.
simple aerial, but sometimes as simple is good.
I mean, yeah, there's not much rotation on the car, but sometimes you don't need rotations just to show off your skill.
He's angled it quite good to get it into the net. Maybe Champ, Diamond? Somewhere there?
I reckon Diamond for this one. I mean, Diamonds can. It really depends when these were uploaded, because back in my time of playing this game, maybe about 4 years ago, you know, Diamonds, this was like average Diamond. But now this is like plat level.
Yeah, probably.
So
it's good Diamond.
Yeah, we'll go Diamond for this. It's Diamond or Champion. It's one of the two.
It was Platinum.
Never mind.
You did say Platinum.
I am so much wrong with that. But I feel like that will be it for Guess the Rank, because we are now going to be going into the games where Loughborough Lycans are going up against SSC Serpents, and it's going to be a very good match. But what are your score predictions for this match?
I'm going to go 4-2 SSC. I think they have the momentum here to take it forward. I think Loughborough Lycans will take them a couple of matches, challenge them a little bit. But I think SSC, with their momentum and Loughborough Lycans not doing too well recently, they'll just have the mental to power through.
Yeah, I'm thinking definitely an SSC win. I mean, just looking at the ranks, you know, we didn't get much information from looking at the side of Loughborough. We weren't able to tell what ranks they are, but just looking at their current form in Student Champs, it is kind of a bit iffy, you know, the 6 and 4. They have had hard games. They've went up against some very strong teams, but so have SSC Serpents. They've also went up against a few strong teams and still managed to come out on top 9 times out of 10. So I believe this will be an SSC win. Let's go for like a 4-1.
Yeah, I think it'll be close maybe at the start, but then I think SSC will just take it away. But never really count out the underdog. Loughborough Lycans have looked good in a lot of their games, so they could surprise us, but we'll just have to see.
I mean, it will be very interesting to see. And then we also have another game going on later today after this one, which will be Tameside Titans versus York College Vikings, which is probably going to be the best game of today. Both teams 9-1 currently in the British Esports Student Champs. So that'll be a very interesting match to see. It'll be a very close one, I believe. But one of the teams, I believe it is York College, have a semi-professional player on their team of the name Sellers.
I believe he's with Endpoint for Rock. Very good. I've actually watched some of his TikTok earlier. He looks very good. I would be scared going up against him.
I mean, just seeing anyone in Student Champs being on the level of a semi-professional is always scary to come against. I mean, back when I used to play Valorant for the Sunderland Sears, we went up against a lot of tier 3 pros, you know, people who are Radiant every single season, which is the highest rank in Valorant. It was very scary to see the amount of like precision those players had. It was just impossible to go up against, you know. It's just not fair at the end of the day just trying to go up against those teams. But I mean, if you're in Nationals, this is what you need to expect. If you want to take it to that next level, you need to be able to play against the likes of Sellers and just try and take as many games as you can, or even come out victorious.
I'm looking at Timeside. It will be a match. We can't count them out just because Sellers is a semi-pro. I think Timeside is looking good. 9-1, same as York. They do look very good. I'm not sure if they'll be able to beat them, but they'll have to keep strong mentally, especially with a semi-pro that can get to you. So they'll just have to believe in their ability and hopefully they can take this.
I mean, there could be a bit of a detriment towards York College because they have got one of the new players on their team of the name Tyler. You know, bringing in a new player, especially this late of a stage in the tournament, it's an interesting move. You know, they've managed to win 9 out of 10 of the games without like with their current roster, but then switching out one of these players, it could maybe bring a bit of like a disruption in the balance of the players. And you know, the team might not be able to click that well. Maybe a few double commits might be getting seen between some of the teams, and that could be that extra little push that Tameside Titans need to try and take the match away from your College Vikings.
We have to see how much they've built up chemistry. Maybe they've played in the couple of weeks off together. We'll have to see, but the chemistry is a big thing in Rocket League. So maybe team side, however you say it, with their playing together a lot, maybe able to take this.
Anyway, we are going to be going back to Loughborough Lions versus SSC Serpents as we are getting into the first match very soon here. It's going to be a very exciting one yet again. Loughborough 6-4 so far compared to SSC Serpents 9-1 in this competition. But the players are just getting ready, just getting into this lobby, so we will be with them very soon. And I believe now we are going into the game. Let's see, who do you think is going to be getting the first goal as we see a shot coming out from Serpents, I believe that was.
Good off the bat. A lot of pressure already.
I mean, here we go. Lions are now on the attack. They have the ball in hand. It's looking awfully slow.
Very slow at the start with.
Almost as if the game was in slow motion, but it's a nice little aerial there from Ash with the side of Serpents where the ball goes over towards Aiden. Just unable to get that shot away, clipping the ball just ever so slightly, pushing out a bit to the side.
In the middle, but no one's there. Oh, Aiden is there.
It's a shot over, but hits the bar. But then it's the second shot from Ash, and that is the first goal from SSC Serpents, taking the lead in this first match against the Loughborough Lions. And it's looking like it is all Serpents so far in the first 40 seconds of this game.
Very good team play there, passing it between each other. Just even when Lycan saved it, they're just getting it back, getting it around them. Oh, there's a kickoff goal straight away from the Lycans to even this out.
I mean, kickoff goals are very dangerous in this game, you know. It's looking like Aiden was just a tiny bit too slow trying to get to that ball there, and was just unable to stop the attack from Lycans, which led to that kickoff goal. But here we are, 1-1 on the scoreboard. Still so much time to play, still anyone's game. Is the kickoff going over towards the Serpents? And now
got it back up low.
SNWI up into the air,
save. Can Ash
and
get
no
there
one is
and
back.
Again.
What is the Lycans doing here? They're just sitting so far up the pitch. It's like they were too lost there. They took way too much time trying to get back into the defense, and it just allowed the three people of the Serpents to attack that goal. And it's just a 3-on-1. In any situation, that should be a goal for Serpents, and they proved that correctly by getting that goal.
Good original save from Odin, but again, Ash was just there to get it in when he was needed to.
And a bit of a missed ball from SNW there as Ash is able to clear it back away as he's going to be taking it up to the side of the Lycans defense. And it's a great hit off the back wall, but what is saved by Odin? It's now Snow Angel picks up the ball, but gets beat into the air by Aiden as SNW is going to be pushing this back up to the pitch over towards Dolphy. As Dolphy goes for the 1v1, but unable to win anything as now the double commit comes out from the Serpents. Still with the Lycans though, as they're still putting on a heavy barrage of attacks over towards the Serpents defense, and it's a great pass. But what a save from SNW is going to be trying to keep them in this team. Is Ash taking it back up? Still 2-1 left. Still 2-1 on the scoreboard. 3 minutes 26 left as the ball's going to be going back over towards the Lycans side of defense, and it's a great save. The aerial prowess from both sides is definitely going to be getting on show here, as we've seen a few beautiful saves up into the air and a few aerial battles which have been going in the favor of both teams. So it's going to be quite a hard match, possibly won on the aerial difference from both teams and how just possessive they are with this ball and how patient they can be.
Vikings are putting a lot of pressure on Serpents in this bit.
Nice flip reset from Aiden there to push it over towards Ash, and almost gets the goal, just hitting off the crossbars. SNW is going to be getting towards that, pushing it back down over towards Aiden. Is now Odin's going to be trying to beat Ash to this ball, able to get it, but SMW off the back wall, pushing it back over. But Dolphy there to collect the ball. 2 minutes 36 still left on this clock, but Lycans are still in this as they're pushing more into it, and almost missed by Aiden there, but Ash was just able to save his behind as he's able to get that ball back up, and now back into the defense. It's being pinged back and forth just like a match of ping pong. And let's see what SNW can do here. Just trying to push it up with Snow Angel, able to collect that. A nice touch just to not let the ball go too far away, but it's a great possible shot there from Ash, but unable to do anything as the defense from the Lycans goes over. And now SNW back onto this attack. Still back and forth. Constant attacks from both sides. And who will be able to get the deciding goal here? still only one needed for Lycans to put this to a draw. Possibly one only needed from Serpents to end this first match for real. It's looking absolutely dead wire at this point of this match, as no one can get these shots away and get a goal.
It looks like it's just gonna be one on who's the better defense. Lots of attacks, 50-50, loads of saves coming out. So whoever makes the first mistake on defense looks like they're gonna lose this one, or maybe.
Well, I mean, Delphi was going up, that ball was able to get to it, but SNW able to get this attack back over towards the side of the Lycans as the bounce is going to be coming off over towards Aiden. It's a great shot, but a great backflip to push that ball just a bit wide from Odin there. Is he going to be trying to take this on? Reads the play well. Is Ash is able to go collect that up in the air. SNW pushing it back over towards Aiden, and the shot coming out, but Snow Angel read it. He's there in the correct position, and there's the demolition, and that should be a goal, pushing it to 2-2 for the Lycans. Odin getting the shot. The demolition was perfect to still allow him to get that free shot on net. Now 2-2, 1 minute left, still all to play for.
You have to see, this game is so 50-50 right now. It was looking like Serpents were going to take this lead early on, but Lycans have put a lot of pressure on. They've been very good at defence. Serpents are struggling to get through very recently. We'll have to see how this ends goes 50 seconds.
Well, I mean, the defense has been so good from both teams here, but it was just a bit of lapse of judgment from the Serpent side, which led them conceding that second goal. But they are still prominent on this attack, as SNW now has the ball. Good shadowing from Odin, but SNW getting the demolition over onto Snow Angel, putting one less player, but Dolphy is able to recover that ball and get up to it. But a miss from Dolphy there, but Odin in the perfect position as the pass comes over back towards Dolphy, but Red from the side of Serpents is going to be pushing this back up the pitch. Not much positioning from the defense, but can Dolphy get it? Able to clear it away as Aiden tries to just slam that ball into the wall and stop it dead in its tracks. But what a shot from that. What was that? Serpents almost getting a random goal there from a demolition and a pinch from both the enemy and the opposition. Like, I don't even know how that possibly happened, but 2 seconds left here is the shot coming out. SNW able to get the save and just needs to hit the floor. They're getting so hammered here on this attack. But that could possibly be working out in their favour as Aiden's up for the ball. Dolphy able to get that shot away, but it's gone into the side in the box of the Lycans, but it goes down at the ground. Now in overtime, first goal wins this match, and let's see how they can do it as SNW is able to get the ball over towards the net, but Snow Angel able to take this away. Now they just need to try and push this up to the opposite side, but Ash is going to be stopping that potential attack as he's pushing that back onto the backboard, and it's still anyone's ball to play for here in the midfield. Is Ash yet again going for a nice one, and it's off the bar. Can he get it? Nice, and Aiden finally getting that goal, making it 3-2. Serpents win the first match, and they only need 3 more to finish out this series.
That's looking a lot. That first match was a lot closer than I expected. Lycans were looking really good, very close. You can see the GG from the players from Lycans showing respect. They know they're not counted out of this, and they know they can probably bring this back in the next game.
Well, I mean, the 2 goals from Odin really kept them into that. The kickoff goal and then that second goal as well. It was very nice from them. But both teams just look so strong there. The defense was on par for both of these. And it just looked like it could have went anyone's way, but finally just one little extra touch, and then the crossbar hit. The defense was just lacking a tiny little bit, which just allowed a little bit for the Serpents to be pushed in there and hit off the crossbar, and were able to push that away.
Yeah, you see a lot of defense there, but then there was a lot of free commits. Like 2 goals there were won by just too many overcommits from both teams. You'll just have to see. But we've got Dolphy there with the Gentleman's car. Maybe he's trying to channel Naz, who just won the most recent major. We'll have to see. But looking good so far.
Well, I mean, he'll need any possible channeling from the potential Naz inside of himself to try and win this match for the side of the Loughborough. Sorry. But they just need to try and work on this defense a bit more. You know, they have been strong in some parts, but they still show a little bit of weakness, which isn't being as punished as SSC would want to be doing against them. As the light is shining down on me into the heavens, I'm possibly ascending here as I'm getting a potential score here of 4-1, I think, from SSC. But we're going into the second game here. Let's see who's going to be taking the win in this one. No goals yet from the start, but a little shot over there from Odin pushing it into the side of Serpent's defensive box. Is it just going to be able to clear the ball here? But nothing much has been going on so far in this. Definitely, again, a slow start like we saw in that first match. And a demolition coming out from Ash onto Dolphy. Aiden able to get a hit up. Definitely important for them as that ball is just going to be trickling over towards the goal of Serpent. And now possible redirect of the change. Is they going to be getting that shot away, and Aiden with the goal. A nice assist from SNW. And it was just very nicely played off that corner. Able to be pushed down past Odin. Just wasn't expecting the ball to go down that far. And a great shot from Aiden.
Again, we've got lack of people in goal there from Lycans, and we've just got Serpent taking advantage of that. A nice hit off the corner for Aiden to redirect it into the goal.
I mean, 4 minutes still left, still anyone's to play for. You know, Lycans, they almost came back from that first match, but it was just a bit too much of the lack of defense. But now Ash might be able to get the redirect here, as it's going to be going in, but what a save that could have possibly been. Almost got it. Almost was able to keep that ball out, but was just free falling in the air and unable to do anything about it. Now 2-0 to Serpent. 4 minutes still left, so much time to play for.
I think Lycans can bring this back, but again, Odin was then left alone, and with the 2v1, you're not really going to lose that.
Yeah, I mean, 2v1, that should be a free game for Serpents there, and they definitely showed the prowess that they had. As the aerial's coming up, trying to go for the flip reset, but Dolphy able to read that as Ash is going to be going up to the ceiling, gets the flip to jump down faster, but Dolphy able to take it away from him. A bit of an interesting hit from Odin there, but SNW able to read the play. A nice aerial up by Dolphy just to stop that potential counter-attack. As the demolition's coming in, it's now a 2v2 onto the attack of the Serpents, but unable to do anything as they're able just to try and grab that ball and just possibly take it away from the side of the Lycans, but it's still in the half of the Serpents. But now another attack coming out from the Serpents, and Dolphy able to read it well as Aiden just trying to get that ball away from the side of Serpents, able to deal with that as much as he could.
Got a lot of communication, it looks like, here from the Serpents. They look very locked in this game. There's no double commits. They're all looking good in defence. We've got Snow Angel with a chance. Nice save from Ash. All three of them back there just to stop this going in.
I mean, they definitely needed a save that if they want any chance of winning this second game. It's something like they are going to be able to do that. It's just nothing much has came from the Lycans so far this half. Defense has been so good from Serpents compared to the lagging defense of the Lycans. The ball is going back into the box, and there we go again off the wall. Able to push it into the centre, and it's a great assist and a great finisher to put it past the defense of the Lycans. Nothing was stopping that. Snow Angel just unable to read it. His Odin so close to getting to that ball, just to try and tap it away from his own net, but now 3-0 to the Serpents.
Half time now, 3-0. Serpents got 3 goals in the half the time, while stopping Lycans bringing this back.
They can do anything, and possibly another goal there to push the ball, but just off the post. The ball's going to be going back over to SNW. Backs off there. Snow Angel trying to take it up to the pitch. Is Dolphy and Ash going for that? Dolphy backing off his Odin. Good communication from him. Just able to tell him, don't go for the ball, this one's mine. So we're able to keep this into this half of the Serpents. They're doing all they can to try and stop any potential attacks. They're doing it well, as they are now back onto the attack, the counter. But look at that, Snow Angel, a pass over the wards, but Ash able to block out anything, but Odin able to get that goal. Now 3-1 to the Serpents, to the Lycans as well. But it's a goal back that they so desperately needed.
The comeback could be on 1 minute 53. We've seen it before. Lycans could very easily bring this back, but they're going to have to stay on top of their communication. Like that goal, there were 2 ready in the middle waiting for it.
I mean, only 1 minute 50 left, still plenty of time to get these 2 goals and possibly send it to overtime. They have been shown strong, as the ball's going to be going back down to Ash. He takes it very well. 2 great touches of the ball that will stop any potential attack. And now Aiden with the aerials, just bounces a bit too high, as SMW is going to be passing it back over to Ash, as Ash is now going up the ball.
Got SMW there to pick it up from him. Attempt on the redirect there, but he finished it well off.
I mean, still such a strong attack from the Serpents. taking the time, just grabbing all the boosts that they can from the midfield. There's now a shot from Odin. This from SNW is coming out, and Ash able to get that 50-50 on the attack from Dolphy. As Aiden's pushing it up the pitch, but just misses it. But now it's for the SNWs. He's going to be going up into the air and possibly going for the double tap, but unable to even get up to the roof there to try and get himself back down to the pitch as fast as he can. And now it's an attack from the Lycans. It's the demolition coming up from Odin onto Aiden, and that's a shot away. And Ash is scoring an own goal. Now it's anybody's game as it's now 3-2. Serpents 3, Lycans 2 with 52 seconds left on the clock.
That could have really helped the Lycans there. All Ash had to do was get out of the way, but it just hit it straight for his car. He clearly didn't see it coming, and he just went in his own net. It's a mistake, but Serpents can come back from this. Looking good off the kickoff. This is an early goal, but Odin there with a nice save. Ash has got it back.
Almost was able to get another 2-goal lead on the Lycans. Just unable to put that away with a good defensive contribution from Odin. It's now the shots coming out. Great shot from Dolphy, and this is showing while you cannot count out the Lycans as early as just looking at the stats from both the teams. It's a great little flick over Ash, and just absolutely destroying him there. He just was unable to do anything about that. But now 3-3 on the board. 35 seconds left. They want to try and get a goal. They don't want any overtime because they want to try and get this score deficit up to equal, so they don't need to play as much as they want. Because at the end of the day, this game could go down to the fatigue of the players.
In both games now, we've had Serpents looking really good off the bat, and then Lycans are coming and bringing it back. But then Serpents carried through in their last game. Can they do it in this game?
Well, I mean, the Lycans have shown a much more domination in the second half of this match, and it's really proved with the 3 goals that they've been able to put away. Yes, one of them may have been a bit of an accidental goal, but it doesn't matter as Serpents are able to clear out this game, putting it 4-3 for game 2. And now, all of a sudden, Lycans are in a bit of a spot of bother as they only need 2 more wins for the Serpents to try and take this home and push us into the next game. But it was just an interesting match, you know. It was so far dominated by SSC in that first half, but then the Lycans came back so strong. They were able to recuperate and just get themselves back out there and break it to 3-3, but sadly the last second goal from SSC put them to 4-3.
We've seen this now in both games. SSC have been challenged in the second half, but then they've powered through and they've got their last goal, and I think that's where they're above the Lycans. The Lycans excelled in the pressure in the second half, but then they just couldn't get that last goal. I mean, a 3-0 deficit is very big to come back from, but SSC just put it away. 0-second goal there from Aiden. Beautiful finish just to settle this down to a 2-0 lead now for the Serpents.
Well, yeah, I mean, the pressure is on for the Lycans now, you know, 2-0 down compared to the SSC. It's going to be quite hard for them to come back, but we are going to be going back into the next game very soon as it's now going into kickoff. 3 seconds left on the clock as the kickoff is now underway. Odin winning that kickoff straight away for the Lycans, and we've seen that so many times. You know, they got a goal from it once, they almost got a second goal from it in the second game, and now it just could be anyone's game. So much time on the clock, 0-0, no goals early yet, as the ball's just always in the opposition's half of the Serpents. Can they do anything as Dolphy's going up to this ball, pushing it over SNW as Snow Angel pushes it back over into the box, but they're able to clear that away, push it back over to the defense of the Lycans. They just need to try and reset, get the boost back up, and defend what they can as they try to go on the counter-attack here. Aiden's pushing it back over towards the middle of the field, but Snow Angel up to the ball, able to beat SNW in the air to that ball, as Odin is now going to be going for this, but gets the demolition on Aiden, now putting the Serpents in a player deficit.
Lycans looking so much better off the bat of this game. They look like they did not like losing that last game so close. They're putting a lot of pressure now. As soon as Serpents get it back in the Lycans half, it hit right back into the Serpents half. Lycans are looking like they're going to get this first goal.
Definitely. I mean, I'm not sure what the table will be looking like if the Lycans are able to win this game, but I'm sure being 6-4 so far in this tournament, they have everything to play for. They just want to try and get as high up as they can during the final stages. Because I believe there is only one more week of Rocket League after this for the Rumble stages. And it'll be so exciting to be able to see what teams are going to be coming out on top. You know, maybe if some of the ones that we've already casted so far this tournament will be making a reappearance again in the later stages, which I'm sure they will be, especially some of the teams like Serpents, 9-1. That's a hard lead to lose when it comes to this. But what a flip from Snow Angels. Of course, the Dolphy, but unable to put it away. Odin's going to be trying to put this back into the box, but no boost to work with. As Aiden's just scrapping for that ball. And now goes up, but two of the Serpents go for that ball. A bit of a miscommunication, but just unable to get that ball. And now it should be a free net here.
Nice demo there from Ash.
Yeah, Ash, great demo there onto the side of Odin, or Dolphy, sorry. Just gave that free open net for Aiden just to push that away. And now 1-0 to the Serpents. 2 minutes 55 left on the clock.
Serpents, again, they get the first goal. 3 games now, 3 first goals. Double demo there.
Double demolition from
two
Ash.
demos, but Snow Angel's not bothered about it. 3v1, nearly got that goal, but too many people there now. They're both back now.
I mean, they're still on the attack here as Dolphy's going to be passing over to Odin as he goes up the wall. Going to be trying to work with this as he passes it down just away from Aiden as the Snow Angel takes the shot. But a nice save from Ash. Now Dolphy, 100 boost, able to do anything with this ball. But a great challenge in the air from Aiden as the ball's going to be going back over to the side of the Lycans defense. And that's looking like a great goal. What a team goal that is from the Serpents. Just so well played all the way from defense. Ash going up to this aerial. Look at Ash up over here. Takes it down and batters that into the back of the net.
SNW was up there, saw Ash, knew it was much better to pass to Ash, and then Ash gets it, and then saw SNW follow it up just in case it didn't go in, but Ash nailed that perfectly in the back of the net. As SSC looking good off this first kickoff, but you get Lycans getting it back up, but Ash is there in the middle getting it back down. No one's back in defense, and then Odin gets there.
I mean, I feel like we're seeing a lot more skill from the Serpents here. They seem to come out a bit more on top in this match. We're seeing a lot more set pieces coming out from these teams, a bit of passing in the air, which is allowing them to get these shots away. I mean, one of the players is just sitting upfield waiting for the ball while in midair as the passing's coming around, and what a pass and what a shot. I mean, Ash with the assist there over towards SNW. It was just perfectly played as the flip reset over to SNW, was able to take that away. And Odin just unable to get to the ball.
Wasn't back far enough again. They were all too far up. Odin tried to rotate back, but SNW were a really powerful shot. There wasn't getting back to that.
Well, I mean, I feel like SSC, 2-0 up, they've decided they're just trying to take this a bit more leisurely, but it's seeming like they're playing so much better in this game now, even though it doesn't seem like they're taking it as serious as they were in the first 2 games. Maybe the nerves were just a bit too much in the first 2 matches for Serpents. And they finally relaxed a bit and they finally learned how to play against this team. And that's just another goal there. Ash just able to take it. The Lycans were just caught so off guard, no one in defense. And that is the 4th goal for Serpents. And I believe this match will be over.
This is the difference we're seeing. It looks like Serpents have such better communication. They all know what each other's doing. There's hardly ever no one back. And if they're all up, it's because they get the goal. When they're all up, they seem to always finish.
I mean, it's obvious that these players have peaked SSL. Just the way they're playing, the communication within the team. I mean, as soon as I say that, we see a bit of a bump from both the side of Serpents. But that does not faze them at all. As the rotations are just so on point as they're able to do anything that they want. As I say that, it looks like all the side of Serpents are caught a bit too far up the pitch, but it doesn't matter. It's Ash is able to get a beautiful aerial up over there as he pushes it over towards Aiden now. SMW up onto the wall. He can do so much danger here, but just unable to get to that ball and get that second hit off his own. He's able to take it back down, but Aiden going up for this area, getting challenged by the side of Lycans. Possibly could have got that demolition there, which possibly could have gave him that goal, but now no one's back. And
that second own goal from that, I mean, he's getting enough in the oven there that it doesn't really matter that he puts them in his own there.
I mean, that second game was very close,
Yeah.
Took it to 3-3 with a deflection off Ash, but this one doesn't really matter as much. Only 30 seconds left trying to get 3 goals. That's a goal every 10 seconds to possibly even take this to overtime.
Not as likely. Lycans get a good kick off there, but it's read perfectly by Aiden.
I mean,
they're just looking so dominant in this game. They haven't let Lycans take the second half like they did in the first 2 games. They're just looking well dominant.
I mean, the Serpents are just taking this game away. and they're just trying to take their time, just doing a bit of damage control here as the ball's going over Snow Angel.
Last goal, why not?
Yeah.
5 seconds left, their 5th goal, why not? It's over now, this game's over.
I mean, they're just trying to send a message here to Lycans, you know. There's still one more match to play, possibly if it goes all well for the Serpents. So they're trying to send this message just to tell them, Lycans, you have no chance of coming back in this game. Just give up at this point. And it's seeming like the message might be going through to them. This is just such a dominant display from the Serpents so far against the Lycans as the ball hits the ground. And that is 5-1 for the Serpents this time. Wow, what a game that was. So different compared to the close matches of the first two. I wonder how that's going to transcribe over towards this 4th match.
Well, I mean, the obvious thing would say SSC will just take this 4th match easy, maybe 3-0, 4-0, and just win this. But you can never count out the Lycans. They have been looking good, especially in the first 2 games. They put a lot of challenge on. I think they need to work on challenging early, because when they always go behind. If they're up, they don't know how the Serpents are going to deal with being behind, because they've never been behind yet. So if they manage to get that first goal, you never know. They could bring this back. I mean, it's very far.
Well, I mean, we've seen how strong the kickoff is from the Lycans. They've done so much, and it's just been so strong from their kickoff. But just the dominating spirit of the Serpents has proved so strong against the Lycans that it's been hard for them to even come back from anything so far in this match. And like you said, they've been down constantly. They've done well to try and get these goals back, bring it to a tied game, pushing it into the overtime or even a last-second winner from the Serpents. That they've showed prowess in their skill to try and get the goals in and defend as much as they can. But that last game that we've just seen, it was such a domination from the Serpents that we might be seeing it again. You know, maybe a bit of the fear coming into the eyes of the Lycans is pushing them into this bit of a deficit that they can't come back. But we're going to be going into this next game here. Will this be the deciding match? This is match point for the Serpents. And already a good kickoff from the side of Lycans, but weren't able to do anything with it. As Ash has taken the ball up here, as Wooden's able to get that ball over. Might possibly walk down over towards Dolphy, but a great save from SNW and now an open net. But the communication from Ash and SNW just did not allow them to get that goal, which was so set and true. And just so ready for the Serpents to take the early lead. But what a saving grace for the Lycans that could be, is this could be their chance to get their first goal on the board to put them into a winning position.
The Serpents there, miscommunication. First time we've really seen that from them. They've both gone for the same ball, which hasn't let them have the goal, but I don't think that'll put them down much. They've had the confidence in the last matches. Nice come there from Ash and they're picking up with it. But I feel like they will bring this through. They're looking good, but Lycans are putting a lot of pressure on now. Then he gets back up.
I mean, Lycans looking a bit more dominant in this one. As soon as I say that, the shot comes off from Ash, but a great save from Dolphy as he's able to take it. But Aiden pushing it back up to the pitch into the Lycans half as they need to try and deal with this. And Aiden getting the demolition onto Snow Angel. That's going to put them into a player deficit as the pinch is going to be coming out from Ash and SNW as it falls over towards Aiden on this right-hand side wall. But Snow Angel able to deal with this well. Had the 100 boost, able to do everything, but only one boost left in the tank, unable to get back to that ball. And Aiden's going to be passing it over to SNW. Is he going to be trying to get this back into the box? And the shot coming out from Aiden, and great assist from SNW. Just the passage of play there, they were able to do so much of this. Is SNW able to push it off the wall? Odin just getting a touch to it, but just not enough to try and push it past Aiden. As he was able to get that goal and that touch to put Serpents 1-0 into the lead. 3 minutes 30 left on the clock. Can they come back?
I think they're looking a lot better this game as Dolphy gets his goal 1-1. That's a good sign there from the Lycans. Capitalising on looks like a mistake from the Serpents. Early kick-off goal. Let's see if they can bring this back. They've got enough time left.
I mean, it was just a lapse in judgment there from the Serpents. They just weren't able to get that ball. Maybe a bit of a misjudgment of where it was going to bounce, and they just flew straight past it and allowed their Lycans to get that early goal. But now Aiden over onto this ball here. Snow Angel yet again so dominant on this back wall, just able to try and deal with any potential threats that Serpents are throwing in Lycan's way, and able to do it so well. But does it really matter when they are 3-1 down? It could be the potential turning point for the Lycans that they need. game. Are they going to be able to do anything with this? Is the ball in the blue half and Odin up for it? A little push away from Ash there as it's going to be falling back over towards Snow Angel, but SMW getting another beautiful save, which we've seen so many times throughout these matches against Serpents and Lycans. And Dolphy pushing the ball down, and what a goal from Dolphy. We're finally seeing Lycans in a winning position.
First time they've been in a winning position. They're looking really good in this match. Do you think maybe the Serpents have got a little bit too comfortable with their lead? 3-0 up and then 1-0 up in this game. Maybe they've got a little bit too comfortable in just letting Lycans.
I mean, they seem like they've been slacking a bit in the mechanical skill, you know, maybe a bit of miscommunication as well, but now it looks like they're going to be turning on the boosters. They need to try and play this match because they just want to end it as fast as they can. You know, give themselves as much free time that they can, take all the pressure away from them and not let this go to a possible 3-3 match point situation for both teams. You know, like Serpents still have so much time to win this game. They still have 4 potential matches that could be played, but they just want to get this out and over with already. But a good pre-jump from Snow Angel just to stop that equalizer from the Serpent. 2 minutes left on the clock for them to even do anything here. But Lycans, they want to try and increase this goal lead that they have in this match so far, as the ball's going to be falling back over. Snow Angel going up for the 50-50, but just as far as the defense of Serpents. And now the ball's back over towards the Lycans defense. They're looking a bit scrappy as Ash is going to be going for this. A bit of a nice flip reset to get the ball there. Snow Angel just trying to defend with all that he can, but there's not a lot of boost. Only Odin has the boost, but Snow Angel is able to pick up the 100 from the side of Serpent. But they still have so much boost to work with. SMW going for this ball, using a lot of boost here. This is just down to 14. Not a lot of boost over to the side of the Serpents. Odin's the only one with a little bit of boost management, but unable to do anything with it. Is now 2-2. Serpents getting that equalizing goal. A potential beautiful equalizer that they needed so much, but what a pass and what a finish that was from Ash.
Very good pass from SNW again. We've seen that play from SNW into Ash in the middle. Ash is looking like the goal scorer for the Serpents. He doesn't miss many shots, but then in that there was a lot of defense there from the Lycans. It took the Serpents nearly a minute there to get that in the net. The pressure was too much for the Lycans.
Well, I mean, Ash definitely is the goal scorer for at least both teams here. You know, 2 own goals and a few goals for his own team. But it's looking like another potential attack from the Serpents as they're just still pushing this ball, trying to go for the redirect with Snow Angel, able to read that, but Ash back up to the ball, not scoring no goal this time, even though that would have been very impossible from that angle. But I wouldn't put it past them at this point.
Still get a finish in both nets that we've seen from Ash, but then again, we've got SMW with the goal now.
I mean, Ash getting the assist that time, you know, is like, I've got too many for this team, let me give it to someone else for once. And it was a great pass off the backboard over towards SMW, so he's just able to put that away. And now Serpents back in the lead for the second time this match, but only 43 seconds for the Lycans to even come back and possibly push it to overtime. As a beautiful kickoff comes up, and he's just taking way too much time, didn't have the boost with anything, and now Odin possibly able to do anything here, but a great read from SNW as he's able to push it over. And now the pinch coming out from the Serpents as the ball's going to be rolling over towards the middle of the pitch, just in front of the goal, but so much boost to work for Aiden as he's going up for that, but a great defense, but falls back to the side of Serpents as they need to just try and pass it around here and try and get the ball. But the Lycans, they're so strong in this defense. We've seen it time and time again as they're back on the attack, but only 9 seconds left as Odin's going up for the ball, but SNW able to read that and getting the ball down. They just want the ball to touch the ground and finish it off. And it's looking like Aiden's going to try and push this back up, and it's pushed down, and that is it. That is the 4th game for the Serpents. There was match point. That is it, all over. I mean, we called it. I believe I actually, what was it, 4-0? None of us even called the correct score.
No, I didn't. I expect the Lycans. The Lycans were challenging a lot. I mean, the 3rd game was a bit of a run through from the Serpents, but other than that, all the games were really close. I feel like 4-0 isn't really justified for how good we saw the Lycans play, but they just couldn't get that end goal at all throughout all 4 games, and that's just what cost them.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that we saw the Lycans actually get a bit of a lead in that last game there. They showed so much more dominance there, but we're just unable to keep up that defensive pressure that they were showing throughout the whole entire match, apart from maybe that 3rd game, which, like we said and saw, was a bit of a stomp from SSC. But that didn't worry anyone from the Lycans teams, as they were able to recuperate, they were able to get themselves back into that fourth game and actually went up once into that game. But yet again, the SSC just showing how dominant they've been so far in this tournament, now 10-1, and it's just been a crazy showing from SSC just to dominate that game with a 4-0 victory over Loughborough Lycans.
I think that third game was definitely, for me, the decider. How confident SSC looked, how much they dominated in that game. If Lycans had got that game, that brings it to 2-1, then it's a totally different story. So I think that third game was so good from SSC.
Well, that was a very dominant showing from SSC against Loughborough Lycans. But we will be back very soon, as we are going to be having Tameside Titans versus York College Vikings. And it's going to be very good, but we're going to be going to a quick guess the quote, which shall be very exciting for everyone in chat to be playing along with. You know, you have the chance, you're going to be seeing some clips, and you have to try and finish off the quote of what you see. So let's see if your Rocket League knowledge is there, as we're going to that now.
Up to be the game Carmine Court needed. Joyo off kickoff. Astral also coming off the ceiling. Oh! Joyo off kickoff. Astral also coming off the ceiling. Oh! He's on a different plane! What was that? He's not real! What a read from Astral!
And he won't let up now. 4 seconds left.
NRG need this immediately. They've got the kick off in their favor. Kato tries to clear. It is almost there. It just has to hit the floor. But Panda puts it a long way. And it's almost there. Justin keeps it alive. Turbo wasn't there. Bounces
into the corner.
NRG still around. Justin is there for the shot.
Justin!
Puts it a long way, and it's almost there. Justin keeps it alive. Turbo wasn't there. Bounces
into the corner.
NRG still around. Justin is there for the shot.
Justin!
This is Rocket League.
They did it!
They look a bit rattled. They're almost playing too fast in offense for their own good, and it's leading to opportunities like this. Ahmad off the ceiling.
Oh! Go! Ahmad!
They look a bit rattled. They're almost playing too fast in offense for their own good, and it's leading to opportunities like this. Ahmad off the ceiling.
Oh! Go! Ahmad with the 7th from heaven.
That's goal of the tournament right there. Ahmad. It might be the 7th goal, but it's the best one we've seen so far. Team.
Now the follow-up is not in time, and it bounces up for Alpha.
He's got another touch. Alpha puts Hero red and right wing. Here's Zen up high. Takes it up. Zen across. Oh! Call him Another touch Alpha, puts Hero red and right wing. Here's Zen up high, takes it up, Zen across. Call him Mr. Physics. He bends reality to his will.
welcome back, everyone. What a great first game that we have.
Yeah, great game.
But we're going into a potential even better match here with Tameside Titans versus York College Vikings.
Very excited for this match. It's looking very good. Obviously, you've got Sellers on the York, which is the main talking point for this game. But they're both 9-1, so we'll have to see if the Titans can put up a fight, but I believe they probably can.
Well, I mean, we are excited to see the return of the regional winners and the finalists, which is York College, with their star player, as you said, Sellers, as well as Alfax, and a new addition to their team being Tyler. So they are going up against the returning roster of Tameside with Croydon, Jacko, and Ollie Kami. So, you know, Tameside have played 10 games and only lost one, which was their first ever game in this tournament, which was against CSGG Aerials. So will their 9-game unbeaten streak be enough to go up against the likes of York College's semi-professionals player, Sellers, and the rest of his team?
I think it will. I think this is going to be an extremely close game. I don't see this being as big as a gap as SSC versus Lycans. I think predictions 4-3. I think it's going to be very close.
I think you know, York College is going to be the ones to take this one. You know, it's just hard going up against a semi-professional. Like, no glaze, but it is going to be very hard going up against the semi-professional, like I just said. But I'm going to be guessing maybe a 4-2. I feel like it will be a bit closer. We will see a few back and forths from each team, but I feel like the winners overall will be York College.
I'm actually going to go the other way. I'm going to take the team side because I think you've got York, you've got their semi-pro player, but you've also got that new player that hasn't played a student champs game with them before. In team side, they played together. I'm guessing they played together at home. They've played together for a 9-game unbeaten streak. I would say they probably are the underdogs, considering they don't have any semi-pros. But I think they can take this one 4-3.
I mean, it's going to be a very interesting game. And if you would like to hear another point of view of this game, I believe that York College Vikings are streaming this for their very own esports Twitch. So make sure to go over there if you want to see another different perspective. But I do believe ours is going to be the best.
I agree.
They haven't got Donkey EU on the casting,
They don't,
you know. But it will be very, very good from both Twitch streams. They'll have very good casting. But yeah, like I said, I believe 4-2 towards York. It's going to be very hard for them to come back. And, you know, they've had the week off. They've had the half-term holidays. They've been able to get a lot of practice in that time to try and make their team their very own with their new addition of Tyler. So I do believe that they would have been able to be playing a lot together, like a week off. That is a lot of time to get practice in.
You could also have the problem of Sellers maybe having to play with Endpoint and not their team. Like, what takes priority? Does Student Champs take priority, or does Endpoint take priority?
That is true. I mean, I believe there'll be a bit of both there. Endpoint probably does take a bit more priority, but I do believe he would have had a lot of time. And, you know, with the professional level that he's on, I'm sure he would have been able to coach this team into a potential winning Student Champs team.
Yeah, I agree. Like, just the experience that can come with pro play, like, that can just put you above the rest, even if you're not as good mechanically. But I imagine he probably is watching his TikTok. But looking at the experience he's got, he may be able to just pull York through.
Yeah, definitely. Like we said, very close game, 100%. Who do we think is going to be the top scorer, though?
I mean, it's hard to look past Sellers, obviously. I mean, semi-pro, we've said this many times. It keeps coming up, he's a semi-pro, but you can never count, like, maybe he's like the assister. Maybe he's going to get all them assists and set up some players on his team.
Well, I mean, I'd love to see the mechanics that will be coming out from Seller and the rest of the team, because if they've managed to make it this far, I mean, we saw a lot of nice mechanics coming out from the side of which team was it again? The SSC Serpents. We saw a lot of mechanics coming out from these players, and especially the third game where they were just taking so much time in the air and able to do so much with their own skills. They were able to pass it around so much. So being able to have a semi-pro on your team to help you out in those aerial situations or possibly get those second balls, which may have been a bit of a mistaken pass, is going to be such an advantage for the side of York that might be able to push them over the edge in this game.
Yeah, I think the defense is going to be a big thing, especially like the experience that can come with semi-professional, like not cracking under pressure, especially if you're getting tons of shots being sent at you. It can be quite hard. So Sellers, recovery is probably very good. I would like to see some good mechanics from him. Maybe we could see a double reset, maybe like a musty flick, maybe just tricks on them all. We'll have to see how good team side are at defending Sellers' great mechanics.
I mean, one of my favorite mechanics that I've ever seen is the squishy shots. I mean, I believe we might have saw it in the finish the quote. You know, just that shot that he'd been practicing so much before that tournament, going up under that wall, doing the late front flip just to catch off any defenders, and then able to put that into a professional match was just so insane. So I'll hopefully see something like the squishy shot coming out from any of these players. I mean, I believe all of them have the mechanical skill to be able to do shots like that and get them away, even such like breezes and stuff, you know, which I guess now could be considered quite a basic mechanical move.
I mean, I can't do them, but I'm down in silver, so that's probably not expected from silver. I don't see many of them, but I reckon they're probably not as high as they used to be, I would say.
Well, I mean, back in the day, you know, it was so much harder to try and get these shots away. People just did not know how to do aerials. Like, back in Diamond used to be the cutoff of, like, the low elo and high elo, and now Diamond and Champ just kind of be seen run rampant of players who can't really jump up for the ball and challenge very well against the other players.
Yeah, I would say especially SSL is on another level. I mean, you've got SSL, then you've got Pro Play, which is on an even another level. But I believe we are going into our game soon.
Yeah, all the players just getting ready, getting into this lobby. We will be kicking off very soon. As it all just trying to get ready. Yet again, one more time. Who's going to win this game?
I've got the underdog. I've got the Titans.
Well, I'm going for your college as here we are seeing Vikings already on the attack as the shot's coming away, but being able to get the save away from Sellers' dominant shot there. But Alvac trying to get that another shot over. Falling to Tyler as he's just trying to take his time. 9 boost on the board, not a lot to work with for Sellers. So much boost with the Fennec as well. I believe we haven't used the Fennec yet, have we?
I mean, I think basically everyone's been using the Fennec.
Oh, maybe I'm just completely misjudging that. You know, my eyes, they're not as good as they used to be. I thought it was just Octanes all last game.
I think there's been a couple of Octanes, but you only really see the Octanes. I don't think I've ever seen a Macau really.
Yeah, I cannot remember the last time I saw like a random, like the battle bus. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm a very proud owner of the Skyline. I love using the Skyline, but it's just not the best of cars. I mean, it's the closest to the Fennec that I have, but I just never got the Fennec in the early game of Rocket League, so I wasn't able to use it. There we go, the first shot coming away, and Titans is able to put it away as Oliver gets that shot and gets the first goal on the board a whole minute and 3 seconds into this first round.
This could be very good here from the Titans to start this with the lead. Coming in as the underdog, but then taking that first goal could be very good here for the Titans.
I mean, let's see if they can even hang on to this lead, as Sellers is going to be getting the ball here and going up for this aerial as he takes it up to the roof, going for the flip resets as Jacko just tries to meet him up there and is able to push him away back onto the floor. But Sellers going back up for this ball, the 50-50 coming out. So the rest of his team just not able to do anything with that. A bit of a double commit from the Vikings. But yet again, Sellers is just so dominant on this ball. He's taking as much time as he can and almost pushes it in to the top right of that goal there.
Got a great save there from Oliver to deny Sellers, but that was a great air dribble from Sellers. Nearly getting in the top corner, but Oliver was there to take care of it.
And Oliver yet again on his ball, trying to take it over, but Sellers on the backboard, able to read it quite well. But the 100 boost steal from Jacko, but it doesn't really matter as Tyler's now going off the ball. But what a save from Oliver as he's able to push that back down away over the side of the Vikings defense. As Sellers going up for the ball, gets the flip reset over and pushes it over the side of Jacko. As Tyler now onto the ball, trying to just push it a bit more into the middle of the pitch. And now the ball going back over the side of the Vikings defense. is now they're just trying to do anything to clear this ball away, but Seller back on the ball, a little bit of dribbling, and Oliver able to push that up high. Can Tyler get the shot away? Gets the shot, but Keane getting that defensive contribution, and a great save from him just to keep Titans with this 1-goal lead, and the shot coming out from Oliver, and a great assist from Jacko. I mean, what a goal that was, just from the side of Titans, pushing that to 2-0. And just Seller just unable to do anything about it. Possibly thought that was going onto the bar.
I think he thought it was going to hit the bar enough because he had 100 boost, and we know Sellers. He's got very good mechanics here, but we're seeing.
Looks like there's going to be a pause here as the side of Vikings are having a bit of a technical issue with one of their players playing on keyboard and mouse. I believe possibly using a controller, but not. It might not be reading the input from the controller, so he's having a bit of technical issues.
You don't really see keyboard and mouse, do you? I think there's only ever been maybe 5 keyboard and mouse players to ever win a LAN. Like, it's just so much harder. You've not got the directional on W, A, S, and D as you've got with a stick. I play Rocket League, not at a very high level, but I cannot imagine using a keyboard at all.
I mean, I've tried to use a keyboard a few times on Rocket League, and it's just so hard. Like, I don't get how the players can able to control this, the cars, as well as like remembering the controls to try and do anything with that. But I do believe the side of York were asking for a possible hard reset for that match, which will be interesting to see if that's able to go through, because that will put the score back down to a 0-0 after the Titans were already 2-0 up in a very dominating side.
Maybe struggle for the Titans there. They knew they were 2-0 up, and if they have to come back here 0-0, that may get in their head a little bit, but especially the fact that they thought they were being so dominant, but now what I think happened was one of the players' controller may have disconnected, so they had to play on keyboard and mouse. That's my guess for the dysfunction there. So maybe Vikings weren't at their full potential, so maybe that could get into team side Titans' head a little bit as they come back.
I mean, that's a bit of a mouthful, that team side Titans. It's harder for one of us to say. But I think I've got it down, you know. But, you know, we're just going to be taking a little bit of a break here while we try to figure out what's happening. But judging from that, do you think your prediction might be coming true with the Titans winning this game?
I think, I mean, that you can never, I mean, you don't really know with the Vikings, as they may have had a player not at their full potential, but the Titans were looking very dominant. They were good in defense and even better on attack. Now, that's where the Vikings looked like they weren't as confident. The Sellers went for loads of shots, but then he didn't go in, and then Titans had it straight in their net.
Yeah, it's so far looking at it, it is looking like Sellers is just trying to take the lead for the side of York, and it's just seeming like he's not performing as well as he could with his team. It's looking like most of these games might have just been a solo performance from him, not allowing his team to potentially have a say in what they want to be doing in this match, which could lead to a bit of an ego inflation, meaning that they won't get the result that they want because of ego.
It could be that, or it could just be the fact that we've got Tyler, the new player here. Maybe they haven't played as much as they maybe should have, and the communication may just not be there yet between Tyler and the other 2 players.
Yeah, but we're going to be going for a reset here as the players, yet again, they're getting back into this lobby. Hopefully all the problems have been solved, all the issues have been fixed. Hopefully we won't be seeing any more pauses or resets, because I know you all want to be seeing this game as much as we want to be casting it. And I wonder if it is going to be going to a hard reset. What are we thinking?
I mean, if the Vikings players have had keyboard and mouse for the start of the match, then it hasn't really been fair. But then Titans didn't really know that. Maybe they, I don't know what happened. Maybe they could have communicated a bit earlier. But I think the hard reset is probably fair.
Yeah, I mean, the hard reset is probably fair, and we are seeing the hard reset coming out as they're going back to 0-0, and it doesn't even matter because the Titans 2 seconds in. Actually, it's looking like they're just going to allow them to score to get back up to 2. Yeah.
Very good sportsmanship from them.
Yeah, very fair from the Titans, but I mean, there's going to be so much more time for the Vikings to get back into this game if they allow them just to score. But it's looking like they're just going to give them the 1-goal lead instead of the 2, which, I mean, is fair. The Titans did allow the restart to happen, so just continuing with the play. But now Sellers looking so dominant as he gets the shot away, but just sadly, just above the net is now the ball's falling back to the Titans as they need to try and take their time. A bit of miscommunication as Tyler pushes away Sellers, and I know he's not going to be happy with that. It's such a bad miscommunication there as none of them is called for that ball and pushed his own teammate away and then missed the ball, giving the open net to Keane, allowing it to go 2-0 to the Titans.
I think we'll have to see what the comms are like there, with Sellers getting bumped away with 100 boosts and couldn't save that shot, but then we've got Titans now back with their 2-0 lead.
I mean, it's just looking like the team's not even playing around each other at this point in time. You know, both players are going up for the ball multiple times without the communication of who wants to get to the ball first or who has the better chance. But it doesn't matter as Sellers gets the shot away, but just misses as Keane tries to clear the ball, but off the line for the side of Titans as they're able to get a good defense as the Booty comes in there and Sellers able to clear this back up. He's going to be taking it back up to the pitch, but it doesn't matter because Oliver is there waiting as Halifax just waiting again in the middle of the pitch in the demo coming out from Halifax on the Jackal. Now putting Titans down into a bit of a deficit, but that doesn't matter as Oliver responds with his very own demolition. There's a shot coming up from Tyler just close and lands just a tiny bit on the lopsided, which just doesn't get him to the ball that he wants to be getting to.
We're seeing a lot of attack now from the Vikings, but the same story's happening constantly. It's been the Vikings getting a shot, but then there's been no rebound. It's been open, but there seems to be a lack of communication from the Vikings there to get rebounds into the net.
Yeah, I mean, they're just not going up enough, but Seller almost getting that shot away, very close to getting that little bit of a touch onto the ball to put it back into the net. But he's now back in defense, pushing the ball up, but Oliver able to get this ball. Looks like he was misjudging how good Oliver was to actually read that ball correctly and thought the ball was just going to fall back to him off the backboard and go for an easy goal. But now Halifax got the ball back over towards Sellers. He's get the flip reset, and what a goal that is from Sellers. Wow.
It's great mechanics there from Sellers just to get it over. Was it one of, I think it one, just one of the Titans, but still it's a great goal there from Sellers. But it looks like a little bit of a solo play there from Sellers. Not really much help from Halifax or Tyler, but didn't really need it, did he?
Yeah, I mean, the kickoff going back over towards Sellers, it falls back down to Oliver onto the backboard as he fakes the challenge. Now Tyler able to get this ball, so he's going to try and do a lot with this. Going back over into the middle of the pitch as it falls to Halifax. 206 ready to get this ball as he passes it over towards Sellers, gets the flip reset and almost gets the pinch down onto the ball, but Keane is there ready and waiting as the ball falls back over towards Halifax. Ready to try and push this back over, but the defense coming in strong yet again from the Titans as they're trying to hold on to this lead. But look at that, the double commit from the side of Titans as the ball just falls straight back down to Sellers, and it's such an easy finish for him. Nothing more on a platter for Sellers will appear in this game.
Vikings are looking very good. I think that's only maybe 30 seconds between the two goals. They're looking very, very good. They've come back from this deficit. They don't look like it let them affect them. I don't think they've been more dominant. They've started taking their chances a lot better.
Well, I mean, a very almost near goal there for the side of Titans as they just got lucky off the post, but it doesn't matter as the ball went back into the midfield and they were able to push that ball back into the net, and they've regained their lead despite it only being one, but just too much power from the side of Oliver just to push that ball into the net and giving Titans that extra goal lead.
Looked like there was at least two of the Vikings there in that goal trying to get that in, but Tyler looked like he had more boost and he was just able to force the goal in. He had to make sure it went in, so he went in with it.
Yeah, it was very unlucky from Tyler not to try and get the defense on that. Now Sellers back onto the ball, gets challenged by Oliver in the air, and it's a good defensive play by him as it falls over towards Keane. He's going to be trying to do a bit with this ball as he pushes it down in the midfield, but Jackal wasn't very ready for it. the ball falls back towards the Vikings, but not as far as the Titans defense again, as they regain the possession and they're trying to just do anything with this ball that they can. Oliver, so much space, he's going to be trying to take it over one, over two, but unlucky. And now the pinch from Sellers gets them that next goal, tying it back up to 3-3. And I believe we could be in for a very interesting series.
I believe we are. That was a very, I don't want to say lucky goal from Sellers, but it doesn't, it's just a tackle on defense, isn't it? But it's gone in. Maybe the Titans probably should have been back. I mean, it was just open, wasn't it? Dribbled all the way down a low. The ball just went all the way down the field into the net, and Titans weren't there. As we see, a nice save there from Oliver from the shot from Sellers.
Well, I mean, it's just a bit of an interesting thing, you know. You're not expecting the ball to be pinched and just go straight into your net. It's not something that happens very often, but you always need to be ready for it. But it's looking like a bit of an interesting shot there, as it almost fell towards the Vikings, as now they're going to be pushing this back up the field. Oliver needs to try and get to that, but Keane able to get a little bit of the defense and the demolition coming out from Oliver, but not as far as another demolition onto himself, as now the ball's back up over towards Titans. They just need to try and defend this, and they're able to, as the ball's going over towards the net of the Vikings, but Seller able to recover from the demolition and just push it back over and get his team a bit of chance to recuperate.
Sellers is really showing, nice save there from Sellers, as I was just about to say. He's really showing his skill and experience in this match. Even though they went down, it seems like he's really carrying his team here on his back almost into this draw, maybe win.
Yeah, 15 seconds now left on the clock. Can any of the teams get this goal that they so very much need? And what a pinch from Sellers. This is him showing his domination in this game. And it's just so well played. He's just able to use his boost so wisely and time it perfectly with that ground pinch just to destroy it into the back of the net.
That's such a good ground pinch, especially with 10 seconds remaining. Titans are going to need a really good kickoff here as they get one. Bouncing off the corner, but Sellers is there. 5 seconds left. Not really looking. Hang on. Yeah, Vikings again over. It's over.
4-3 towards the Vikings. I mean, they were 2-0 down in that first game, but then that hard reset needed to come in, a bit of a technical issue, and they were able to bounce back. I mean, they did yet again go down by 2 goals, but they were just so able to bring it back and just finally finish out that game with that final goal from Sellers, which shows why he is a semi-professional.
That does show, but you've got to think, Vikings did let Titans get that first goal, and if they didn't get that goal, that could have been, it looks 4-2, which looks a lot worse for Titans than 4-3, so it isn't as close as it looks, but on the field it was very 50-50. I believe Titans can still come back from this, but we'll just have to see how well Vikings play.
Well, I mean, they definitely did show a lot of domination in the game from both sides, but now we're going to be going into this game too. We'll be able to see a domination from one side over the other, as the kickoff's going to be coming as it falls back into the midfield, as Oliver able to run up the pitch with the ball here and gets a demolition over onto Sellers. And it's looking like no one's in the net there for the side of Vikings, and yet again a first goal for the Titans.
Another early goal from there from the Titans. They look really good on this first kickoff, but did they get a demo or something? Because Sellers was just sat in that corner.
Demolition on the Sellers there, which allowed them just to get that open net. But it was great play by Oliver, to be honest. Like, he was able to just take his time with that and redirect the ball from such an awkward position. And what a save that could have possibly been. He got the touch onto it, but the shot away from Vikings just to get this back into a tie from both teams, it's just so strong. I mean, Tyler, Season 16 Grand Champion, he's shown why he's in this team with the likes of Sellers and Alfax, and he's proven himself worthy here with a goal there.
A very goal there from Tyler. He put it he actually wasn't as much in the corner, but Oliver just couldn't get the angle right to get it out of the goal. But the amount of power Tyler had on that shot, it would have been very difficult to save.
I mean, there's a bit of an interesting thing there, because Tyler was sat on the kickoff, not doing anything, so I wonder if anything's happened again. But look at this redirect. What a goal that is from Sellers. You absolute beauty. How have you managed to get that redirect so far into that. That was such an awkward angle for you, and you were able to push it back past both the defenders of the Titans and just slot that away in the far right corner.
That's a great soft touch off the top of his car, maybe even hit his wheel. That's a great redirect soft touch into the goal. You can just see his mechanics in this game.
I mean, we're seeing a lot more domination from the Vikings here. Yes, there might have been a bit of an early goal by the Titans, maybe just a bit of reconciliance just to allow them to have a possible thought of winning this game, to let their guard down. But now it's the Vikings just pushing so much more on the front foot to try and put this game to bed. As now they're back on the attack, but Oliver able to take his time, but Tyler able to get the ball away from him, but not as far as the defense of Keane. Just falling back over towards Oliver as he's taken out of the pitch, but now Sellers off the roof, gets off the backboard, and now they need to go for this ball as the 50-50 comes in the air, right on the edge of the box of the Titans, but they were able to save it. And now Tyler getting the flip reset, not able to get far with that as Sellers gets the ball, and now it's an open net. Can Jacko get to the ball in time to put this away and possibly make it 2-2? But no, off the wall, and now it's the attack of the Vikings as they're going back, and Sellers gets the push. Can anyone get up to the ball in time? No, it's the hit of the car of Jacko all the way into the net of the Vikings, and now it is 2-2. 3 minutes still left on the clock.
That is very unlucky there for the Titans. I mean, Jacko actually looks like he did mean to get up the field. Whether he meant to get it in the goal or not, it's a different story, but it went in, so that's it, really. Goal for the Titans.
Well, it was great defense by the Titans. They were able just to see that chance to push it into the net of the Vikings, and they were able to do so perfectly as it just fell past all the defenders. And now it's looking like they're back on the attack again as Jacko is going up for this ball, but not as far as Tyler getting the defensive contribution there, as Oliver's going to be pushing it back over towards Keane as Keane gets demolition, but not until he can push that back over the pitch. But it falls back over towards Sellers as Sellers is trying to get this back over towards the defensive box of the Titans, just to try and use some of his mechanical skills just to push this away. As Alphax doing a bit of an interesting play there, but the nice little pop-up from Sellers is he's going up with the ball but just loses a bit of control as Alphax needs to try and get that, but just beaten by Keane in the 50-50 in the mid-air. Is Tyler able to clear the ball away, but Oliver getting the demolition. Is now the bumps coming out from Sellers as he pushes it over towards Alphax. Sorry, got the little push-up for Sellers and was able to do so much with that. No boost from Alphax, and able to get a little pop-up for Sellers to just push that into the back of the net, and now 3-2 to the Vikings.
That was a great play there from Alphax. Jacko was just trying to bully him off the ball, bumped him, but Alphax was having none of it, bumped him back and then put it straight in the middle, and Sellers is going to score that always.
Yeah, it was such a beautiful bump up by the team. But now the ball almost going in as Oliver gets the shot away, but unable to get that third goal for them to put them back in a tying position. And a great save from Oliver. It's looking like Oliver is the possible deviant that Vikings need to be looking out for, as he's doing so much on this pitch, defensive-wise and attacking-wise. But it doesn't really matter when they just can't get this last goal to put them back into a tie.
We've got two very different play styles here from team side and Vikings. Team side, very much a team playing sort of team, if that makes any sense. They're like passing it a lot more, and they look as Sellers gets
it's an
own
goal.
here.
I mean, it's an own goal from the side of the Titans, but it was so well worked by Sellers as he's just playing this ball up. And they had to do something as Tyler was going up to that ball, but was just unable to get that bump up onto the backboard and clear it away. And now it is a 2-goal deficit for the Titans side, as they are now 4-2 down to the Vikings with only a minute and 40 left. Still, so much chance to come back in this game, but it's been so 50-50 up and down the pitch from both sides that it's looking like they might not be able to get these 2 goals to push it into an overtime.
I would say team side are actually looking quite dominant in this one. Even though they're not winning, they seem to have quite a lot of possession. But then you've got Vikings, it just seems like solo moments, not necessarily just from Sellers, but like it's like 10 seconds of play and they've got it in the net, where Titans seem to be more dominant, but they're just not getting it in the net.
I mean, this could be a possible great read of the play by Sellers. He was able to go back for that ball instead of going up for it, but I don't know if it was a bit of a misplay from the aerial and just unable to get the correct position, but it looks like he got that flip reset and was able to push that ball back down and just juked out Sellers and was able to put that back into the back of the net. And now it's only down to a 1-goal deficit. Titans need one more to try and get this into an overtime and still have a minute on the clock. But yet again, it's just looking like Oliver is so dominating from the side of the Titans, and he's going to be a saving grace in this game.
I think the thing with the Titans is they're all very even in my opinion. Whereas
a nice little pop up there from
Yeah,
Oliver,
very-
but Sellers able to clear it away.
the Titans are very even in their play, very well passing, and they all look very similar play style and skill. Whereas I can clearly see one of the Sellers is just one of the Sellers. One of the Vikings Sellers is just a little bit better than the others, but it's working for the Vikings as they're up 4-3 with 20 seconds left to go.
Well, I mean, just imagine how dominant this Viking side might be able to get if they play more together as a team and finally learn a bit more of each other's play styles that Salah can adapt to, and then finally play together as this one conglomerate of a team.
They aren't just looking like contenders to win this match. I think they're looking like contenders to win this entire thing.
Well, I mean, it could be same said for both these teams. There's now 1 second left on the clock and the ball hits the ground. That is going to be a 2-0 lead for the Vikings. Only one more to go to that match point. But we just want to see a bit more of a closer game. I hope that the side of the Vikings is able to come back from this and just try and get into this and get a few more points on the board.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's it's closer than the scoreboard's letting on. It doesn't really look like it should be a 2-0 lead, but I think it's in the right direction. I think Vikings deserve to be winning this game.
I mean, yeah, we could possibly see 2 4-0 sweeps, judging by how both these teams have been playing. I mean, in that first game, we saw a 4-0 sweep. We're currently 2-0 up, just like the last game was. But like we have been seeing Oliver and like some Oliver getting these defensive contributions and attacking contributions, able to do so much with this ball and possibly just turn the tides for the side of Tameside, and that could be the saving grace for them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't necessarily want to go back on my prediction, but Tameside need to improve as we're going back into this game, a third match.
Yeah, looking like we've already kicked it off. You can blame the production for that one. But it's okay, because we already missed about 10 seconds. Nothing exciting happened except from a possible shot there from Alfax as the ball rolls back into the central midfield. As Jacko's going to be taking it up, but Tyler getting the defensive contribution. And Keane trying to get this ball over towards, but not as far as Salah, as he's able to take that ball away. But now a bit of an open net here for the side of Titans to try and push that in. But Salah able to push that ball all the way backward, but not as far as Keane. But yet again, Salah, he's here, he's there, he's everywhere on this pitch. And he's just able to do so much with this ball and positioning wise, just to try and shut down any possible defensive contributions or attacks that are going to be coming out from the Titans.
Like everywhere, the Titans must be so fed up with everywhere they go. There's just Sellers. They must think he has teleport or something. He appears everywhere, but it's just how dominant he is shown in his experience in this game.
Yeah, I mean, no goals yet from either side in the first minute, which is a bit of a difference that we haven't seen so far in the past 2 games between these sides. But I believe there will be a goal coming soon. I'm sure we won't see a bit of a 0-0 going to a 1-0, because both these sides have shown so much potential XG from both defensive and attacking opportunities that we should be able to see a bit of a goal thriller coming out so far from both these teams. But yet again, a minute 30 into the game and nothing appears yet, with a great save from Tyler that could have been the turning point from the Titans as Keane gets that shot away. But Tyler showing why yet again he needs to be on this team.
This is the first game now where we haven't had a goal within probably the first 30 seconds from the Titans, but it's looking really even coming into this. We're coming into 2 minutes now with no goals, which is quite surprising from both of these teams.
I mean, almost a goal there as they went up for the defense and just only missed the ball. Now Sellers needs to try and take this ball away, but he gets demolition as the ball's going to be falling back in. But yet again, another great save from Tyler as Sellers gets the respawn, tries to get this ball up again, but Oliver able to stop this possible attack. It's so much in the Titans' favour so far, and they've been so dominant as the ball's falling back again into the centre of that pitch, just into the box, but unable to put it away. There's so many possible attacking threats from the side, but what a save from Sellers as Jacko gets the shot away. How have we not seen a goal yet in this game? It's so many potential shots and so many shots coming out, but the amazing saves from the side of the Vikings is just shutting all of that down. And finally, the first goal comes in, and it's an own goal from Alfax.
They were so dominant there from the Titans. We see three 3 shots there from Oliver alone, and that's just 1 goal. I mean, Alfax tried to save it there, but it looks like he hit it into his own net, but I think it was really going in anyway.
Yeah, it was probably going in anyway. Maybe if you just got a bit more forward on that ball, maybe able to get a bit of a back foot to try and push it away. But there would have been the side of the Titans waiting just on the edge of that box to try and put that ball into the net, even if that missed. And it doesn't even matter because they were able to get the goal anyway. And now we might be seeing the first possible win from the Titans, as the Vikings just haven't looked very strong in this game so far. But now the redirect going to be coming out from Sellers as he pushes it over, but no one there to claim the ball apart from the defensive Titans. As now again, it's over into the half of the Vikings, and they need to try and defend this with all that they can.
Vikings are looking very good defensively. I mean, they're not as dominant. I mean, Titans are just pumping shots at them, and they're saving quite a lot of them. I mean, they've only let 1 in so far, and they've had a lot of shots on their goal. They need to try and get this more up the field, though, and put some more pressure on the Titans and see how they handle it.
I mean, this must be frustrating for the Vikings, at least for Selly, you know. He's such a good player, but they're just unable to get out of their box, and they're not able to do anything with it. But this could all change as Sellers is going up the pitch here, but gets bumped away from Jacko, and it falls to Tyler onto his feet, but not able to do anything with it. As the pinch coming up, as Sellers able to read it, pushing it back down in the middle, and Alfax getting the shot away, but it's looking like it was blocked by Sellers, his own teammate. Maybe we need to go a bit back to the rank though, back when that teammate left the game after saving the shot. I see a bit of that there with the frustration that could be shown from the Vikings. But there we go, Tyler able to get the shot away. The assist from Sellers, bringing it down to 1-1. 58 seconds left on the clock, still all to play for.
That's a good shot there from Tyler. I mean, no one in net, so pretty simple, but you've got to put away these simple shots to get the win.
I mean, it's all about positioning in this game. You need to have the perfect positioning and be ready to read the play. But look at the double demolition coming out from Oliver and Jacko as they're going to be pushing it back over to here. And Sellers just has enough boost to deal with this. The 100 from Alfax is ready and waiting for the ball as he runs into it and able to go up this wall. And now Keane flying in, soaring from the other half of the pitch. He's just trying to get this ball out and allow his team to get to recuperate and get back into the defense for the rotations. But it doesn't matter as now the ball's falling back towards the Vikings as they're going to be going for a bit of a play off this corner wall here as opposed to Sellers going up the wall. Can we see maybe a double tap, maybe a bit of a triple tap here as the defensive contributions are coming in from Oliver with the saves, but it doesn't matter as it falls to Alfax. The rest of the Titans just weren't there to try and save that and weren't able to do anything. Jacko just left in no man's land, not enough boost to get to that ball. And the splash celebration coming out to put Vikings 2-1 in the lead with 19 seconds left.
There was great backboard defense there from Oliver to stop the double tap, but Alfax was just in the right place at the right time to finish the shot from Sellers and just get it in the net. 2-1 lead, 10 seconds remaining. Titans are going to need a really good attack here to get this to overtime.
And this could possibly be the attack that we're going to be seeing as Sellers grabs the ball off the backboard and he's just going to be trying to place his back down onto the ground just to end out this game because they know they've been so scared as Tyler's pushing us back up to the pitch as the ball's going to be falling, but it doesn't matter. Still 0 seconds left on the clock. The ball's still in the air. This match does not end until this ball hits the ground, and Alfax, he knows what to do with it and he smashes that ball straight back down into the ground to end that match. A 2-1 victory for the side of the Vikings, and they were able to take that to the 3rd round win and pushing this last game into match point.
That was very promising there from the Titans. They took that lead. I think Vikings didn't get a goal until after half-time, maybe even like after like 3 minutes of play.
It took a long time for the goals to come in, but then we did see 3 goals very fast in a short amount of time.
Yeah, just Vikings are so good at just coming back, like them solo moments from all the players, them team moments that only take about 10 seconds, but they just get that goal in the net. Time side is a lot more calculated, trying to work up an attack where Vikings just gets it down the field and gets it in the net.
I mean, both sides played amazingly there. I did really think the Tameside Titans were going to be taking that one with how strong they were at the start there, getting that 1-goal lead. Then they just weren't able to hold on to it. I mean, a lot of skill prowess coming out from the side of York, and they were just doing so well to take that game away, and they just finally put it to bed. But it's looking like we're going to be going back into the game here yet again. production, they're lacking a bit. I might be getting fired after this with all the hate, but another 10 seconds, it's fine. 10 seconds, still nothing has been missed, just the kickoff, as the ball's going to be falling back over towards into the Titans defense, as the Vikings are back onto the attack, and now they're just going to be trying to put this match point game to bed. A nice bit of skill coming out from Tyler there to do a bit of a drifting and stay with that ball and just not let the Titans get that ball up. But Sellers popping the ball up, going up for it fast as he hits it off the backboard. But is anyone there? As Alphax gets the shot away but unable to do anything with it as he gets bumped and makes the ball be pushed over to the side. Just not enough to get it into the net. And now the defense coming in from Sellers, pushing that ball up into the side of the Titans defense as he yet again collecting that ball, and he's going for that pinch, but so many players from the side of Titans unable to do anything. But the double hit, and the ball still finally manages its way into the back of the net. But it was such a good defensive contributions there from the Titans. They were able to push it off the crossbar twice, but weren't able to get that second and third ball, which just allowed Vikings to get that 1-0 lead.
That was a very sloppy goal there from Vikings and defence from Titans. It was bouncing on the goal line and the crossbar for quite a while, but they're the type of shots you just need to finish it, and Vikings managed. Now Titans are in a 1-0 deficit and they need to win this game to stay in this series.
And it's looking like it's going to be going straight to 2-0 there as the demolition comes out. The ball's bouncing everywhere, up and down into the defense of the Titans, and no one could get to it, but Sellers able just to see that and seal off that final shot to make it 2-0 for the Vikings in this match point game.
This is going to be very difficult for the Titans now to bring this back mentally and physically. Like, the Vikings are looking very dominant. 2-0 with just a minute and 20 seconds played. That's very good from the Vikings. And already been 3-0 down in the series as well. As Jacko gets a goal, what, 2-1, maybe they could bring this back.
I mean, speak of the devil and he shall appear, you know, you're saying that it's going to be very hard for them to get back into this game, but they do it straight away with a bit of defensive errors coming out from the side of the Vikings, as they were just going everywhere onto that pitch and just weren't able to do anything with it, and just allowed the Titans to have so much free roaming of that middle of the pitch. As now the Spanish kickoff going to be coming over as they leave that ball for the defense to go and push this back up. The Sellers doing a bit of skill there, able to get the ball away, and now the flick up. Maybe one of the side of Alphax can get to the rest of that ball, but just as far as the Titans defense as they push this ball back up. The shot coming out, but what a save by Sellers. But what a shot that was from Jacko. I'm surprised that didn't even go in. That was the toppest of bins that I could have possibly seen there. It was an amazing save, a bit of a pinch just to get that away. And now Tyler able to push his ball over the side of the sidewall, and the Musty Flick coming out there, but Tyler able to read it quite well. Is now Keen's going to be going up for this ball as Jacko gets the demolition over onto Sellers, and just as far as the shot coming out, but Oliver able to clear that back up and push it back into the defense of the Vikings now. 2 minutes 47 left on the clock as Sellers is going to be collecting this ball, but just Keen running in from out of nowhere, getting that defense off. Is now Tyler pushing that ball back over towards Oliver as he's pushing this back over towards the Vikings defense, as the ball is absolutely everywhere and anywhere. And it could be anyone's game here. The defenses need to be so on point for the Vikings here. Just seeing demo after demo from Jacko as the ball is just so free into the middle of the defensive box from Vikings, and they're still able to cling onto this lead. Can they still defend with all that they can as the shot's coming out, and Jacko finally able to get that shot away. No defense inside for the Vikings, and that is another goal for the Titans, putting this match into 2-2.
A lot of the goals we're seeing here from the Titans are just pressure after pressure after pressure. They just get it up once and they just don't let it back in their half, and they just wait until Vikings makes a mistake and slot it in the net.
I mean, even if there is a bit of pressure going back towards the Titans defense, they're able just to push it so far back up into the other side of the pitch and just keep that pressure on, like you said. And now Oliver wants to keep this pressure going with the flip reset, but Sellers is able to read it so well and get that defensive contribution. But the demolition still coming in from the side of Titans, and maybe that is going to be their scapegoat in this game, to try and get away the Vikings' potential maximum boost that they have, because they only spawn with a certain amount when they get demoed, and also putting the players out of the game. But now the flicks coming in from Sellers, but not enough from him as Oliver's able to take the ball, and now he's jumping up, and it's a free goal there for the Vikings, pushing this to 3-2. A great play by Sellers and a great shot by Tyler, just able to position himself well. Look at that, just pushing it past them and able to slot it down in that right hand corner.
That's a great goal there from the Vikings. They were looking very good there. You can really see Sellers' experience in on pro level of this game, reading the defense, reading how Titans, are going to try and defend so he can either shoot or pass it to his team. It's just him lurking there on the backboard, saved it, but then Oliver was just there with the rebound to get his goal.
I mean, 3-3 now, still anyone's game. We thought this might have been over as the Vikings got 2 goals so fast back to back at that early stage of this game. But the Titans have been able to hang on. They got 2 goals back very fast to make it 2-2. And then the Vikings pushed it back up to that 3-2 lead. They wanted to hold on to it with a great passage of play from the Vikings. But just as far as the Titans getting that attacking pressure back onto the side of Vikings, and were able to get that 3rd goal, putting it back into a tied game. But still, a minute 10 left on the clock as the ball's going to be going up here, hitting off the backboard, and Tyler almost able to get that shot away, but the defense doing so well to just try and keep that ball out of their own net and just keep the pressure off as they try to get the recuperating feeling going back to them and getting the boost back to the side of the Titans. But the boom coming out and Tyler getting the shot away, but not as far as Oliver's defensive contributions again. And now no one in sight. A bit of miscommunication there, but it didn't look like Keane even knew that. Sellers is able to get the block and able to just take away any potential pressure from the Titans over into their defensive line.
The Titans are not giving up here. Many teams 2-0 down in the game, 3-0 down in the series, but may just give up or not try their hardest, but not the Titans. They're really putting pressure onto the Vikings. They look like they really want this. As King gets that save, but then Tyler hits it back midfield. And then Jacko with the 50 up.
Well, I mean, only 9 seconds left on the clock now. This could be the first potential overtime that we see as Sellers is going to be pushing this back over towards the top. And maybe Titans want to play for this overtime because they can be so pressuring. And if there's only 1 goal in it, this is what they thrive for. The Vikings, they're on lock here. 3-3. This is anyone's game. The first goal is the deciding for this match. Will this be a 4-0 win for the Vikings with this match point lead, or will the Titans start their final comeback and make this 3-1?
Titans are going to need to do one of their pressure plays here just to get this goal, because the first goal, if they don't get this first goal, they are out of this game. And there we go.
It doesn't even matter. Speak of the devil, like I said before, he shall appear. That is a goal from Sellers, and we can see why he's a semi-professional. I mean, the positioning, the knowledge just to go for that ball and hitting it top left. Jacko just unable to get to it and pushing it to a 4-3 in that match point, giving that 4-0 win for the Vikings. It was just so strong. I mean, 2 4-0 wins back to back. I really thought we were going to be in for a bit more, but that did not take away from the excitement of both of these games. It was so strong, both the teams that we saw play today, and it was such exciting games, but it's unlucky that we didn't get to see a 7-game thriller.
I mean, both of these games were so close, but the scorelines just don't reflect that. Every match was very close, only won by a couple of goals, maybe even one at times, or a couple of overtimes we saw, but it just looks like thrashings even though it really wasn't.
Well, I mean, that was the first overtime we saw in that game between Vikings and Tameside, and I'm very surprised by that because all the games only had 1 goal in them, and it was such a strong performance from both sides. I mean, if Tameside were able to keep up that pressuring play that they showed in those matches, they might have been able to push that into maybe a 3-3 and a 7-game thriller. They just weren't able to hang on to the leads that they wanted so badly and just gave it away to the Vikings, and they were able to finish off those games so cleanly with just 1 goal in them.
I think Tameside should walk out with their head held high here. They did really well, they put on a challenge, they didn't play bad at all, and they need to go into this next match. They were on a 9-win streak and now they've lost that, but they can still keep that up and they can win their next match, and then that'll set them well for the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, there's only going to be 1 more game left so far, but it's going to be an exciting game. I mean, hopefully we can see some of the teams that have won 10-1 in this tournament like we will be seeing. Maybe we can see a bit of SSC going against the likes of the Vikings, which would be a very exciting game to see. I mean, both these teams 10-1 in the tournament so far. We saw such a strong performance from SSC winning 4-0 in that first game that we had today, and we saw the 4-0 coming out from Vikings with a very dominant display from Seller. but maybe that game might not be as close as we think because they will have extra time to recuperate as a team and learn more of their playstyle.
I think we saw really good play here for Vikings, and I think they're only going to get better. With Tyler, the new addition, it looked like he took a while to settle in. He looked a bit out of place, but then, especially in the last 2 games, he did really well. He finished Sellers' shots when he needed to. He clearly is now a lot more comfortable, and they are only going to get better from here.
Well, that will be it from us. This has been week 11, I believe week 3 of the Rumble for Rocket League as well. And it's been so exciting to have everyone here today. Yet again, I have been Nick.
I've been James.
And thank you all for watching.
See you later.